Two terrorists have been killed in an encounter in Jammu Kashmir's Handwara district. Sources are told India Today the two slain terrorists were involved in the attack on army camp on 26th April in Kupwara. Remember, a captain and two Jawans were killed in this attack on the army camp in Kupwara district on April 26th. Let me quickly get across to my colleague Shuja ul Haq, who is joining me on the phone line for more on this. Shuja, this is a big success as far as the army's claims are concerned. They are saying that these two terrorists were involved in the camp attack in Kupwara on 26 April.
Well, investigations towards that is still on, but yes, in this brief gunfire, what we're learning is that two militants were killed, and it happened in in a forest area of Handwara, which is known as Varipura. So far, what we know is that a joint team of police and 21 RR rather cordoned off this area when they got the tip-off, and now they've sent across a statement that two militants have been killed and two weapons have been recovered.
What was this tip-off, Shuja? If you could tell us how exactly this operation transpired, how many, at what point of time did this encounter take place?
Well, this Sunday morning, as per the information, the police got a report about the presence of these militants, and that's how a joint party, which is a standard operating procedure in a case like this, was launched. So far, officially they've said that as the forces approached the suspected area, the militants who were hiding opened fire, triggering an encounter, and thereby, after the brief encounter, which lasted just about 15 to 20 minutes, two militants were finally killed in it, and officially they have confirmed that two AK-47 rifles have also been recovered for precise.
Just stay on with me. Also joining me from the newsroom is my colleague Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu, who covers the Ministry of Home Affairs for India Today. Kamal, the information as Shuja was sharing with us, this brief encounter in fact, and these two terrorists have been neutralized. What else do we know about this? How important was this operation?
Ankit, this is a significant catch considering that there has been recent infiltrations in North Kashmir, particularly 3 incidents in the past 5 days itself. Again, these are two unidentified militants, but our sources clearly pointing out that these are the men who've been behind the 26th April Kupwara Fidain attack. So in that sense, this is a shot in the arm, specifically, especially at a time when militancy is growing and it's a growing concern. And obviously with information coming in, how Pakistan is planning to send in terrorists. So either the information is that these are new recruits who've been pushed in, but our sources clearly pointing out that these are the men who've been behind the Kupwara Fidain attack. Significantly, 3 army Jawans, including one captain, had died in that encounter. So yes, even as security forces have a lot of pressure on them to provide results, here is an encounter which has taken place deep inside Handwara. And
yes, Kamal, just stay on with me. We are being joined on the phone line by Mr. Nitish Kumar. He is DIG North Kashmir. Sir, thank you so much for joining us on the phone line. If you could give us more details about this encounter and what has been the result and the recoveries from these terrorists.
Yeah, of course, based on a very specific intelligence that the police have received about the presence of two terrorists in the Varipura area of Handwara. And based on the specific intelligence, this operation was launched jointly by police and army. It was a very brief gun battle. When we were when we spotted these terrorists, the terrorists started firing on the security forces indiscriminately. The fire was retaliated back, and in about 10 minutes, both the terrorists were neutralized. And these two terrorists are part of the same Fidain group, which had attacked the army camp on 27th last month at Panjgam, Kupwara. And from both the terrorists, weapons have been recovered. And the other investigational details you'll get to know once we conduct the investigation.
Sir, as you was saying that, these two terrorists also belong to the same Fidayeen group that had attacked that army camp on 26th of last month. Could you also shed some light whether they were actively involved in that operation? Which group do they belong to?
They belong to the terrorist group Lashkar-e-Toiba, and both of them are non-local from Pakistan.
All right, my colleague Kamaljit Kaur Sandhu also has a question for you. Kamal, go ahead.
Sir, there's been a concern about how there has been a long-term infiltration. In the past 5 days, we've seen several infiltration bids taking place in North Kashmir. How's that been looked into, and are we looking at an imminent situation where there could be possibly a Fidayeen attack taking place in North Kashmir or in Srinagar?
Yeah, this is the time. I mean, this is the season when most of the infiltration bids are made by the terrorists. And the army and other security forces, they are on very, very high alert, and we'll try our best that all such infiltration bids are foiled. And but from the enemy side, this is the season when they try to infiltrate and come into Kashmir to do terrorism.
Sir, is there an increased bid of infiltration from Pakistan side? We've been told from our sources very clearly that the launch pads are almost doubled. So that means there will be an increased attempt. What is the sort of arrangement that has been taken care, especially in the internal part? We know that's the army at the borders, but what is the arrangement which has been done by the security forces in the internal part, especially in North Kashmir itself?
Yeah, I'm talking about the same. We also have similar inputs, and that is why we have heightened our vigil on the border. We have also intensified our intelligence grid, and we are trying our, a couple of days back, there was some similar kind of infiltration bid made by terrorists in the Uri region, but that was also foiled. And we are keeping a very close watch on our LOC, and we'll try our best that nothing of that sort happens actually.
Nitish Kumar, DIG North Kashmir, speaking to India Today. Thank you so much, sir.
Kamal, thank you so much for your inputs on that. Also, thanks to DIG North Kashmir for sharing those details with us. Let's